Hi, this is Kathy. I'm here to share a couple of projects that I made for a design team call. And so I'll go ahead and get started with, I have 3 projects I'd like to share. The first one is a altered dress form. I placed it on a crystal base here. And I covered it with a Prima paper line, and I added some really pretty flowers and some I Am Roses leaves. And then I added some ribbon to put underneath this flower. And then I put a doorknob pull on the neck, and then wrapped lace and put some beads around it. And then on the back, then I put some lace with a really pretty Wild Orchid Crafts flowers. And then on the back here, on the bodice at the very end, I had put some really pretty trim and brought it back to the back, put a rose with some ribbon, and then what that did was I put that over, because I cut out the skirt of the dress form, and I added Wild Orchid flowers and I Am Roses. I also put some charms in there, and I put a Tim Holtz clock in there. Trying to see if you can see that. Boy, not very well. Then I also put, I used chicken wire, cut out the sides, a couple of areas, one here on the side. I put some flat back pearls around, and then the chicken wire is covered up on the inside with the patterned paper. And then I use some gesso on the chicken wire just to bring it out a little bit more. And then I did that on the neck, on the shoulder. I used chicken wire and some flat back beads. But then I hung from the chicken wire these charms, and I kind of put together. Really a lot of fun putting this together. And the trim I got from Joann's during their our Joann's move. So we got I went and bought on 90% off sale. So I got some really pretty ribbon. I wished I could get the camera to show the inside of the skirt better, but the lighting is just not very good, and I apologize for that. But that's my dress form. And another project that I had designed was a shadow box, and I used the Graphic 45 Old Curiosity Shop, and this is the canvas. And what I did was I cut a canvas, put some paper on both sides, on the inside and the out, and then I cut it out and peeled the paper back. I made this dress form. This dress form is actually from Kaiser Craft, and I put some tulle over it, and then I laced it up with floss, embroidery floss, and then I did the pretty parts of it in and outlined it in pink. That was a lot of fun. And then on the bottom I used tulle. Can't really see it very well, but then I added some Viennese lace around the bottom of the corset. I used, I found in my grandchildren's toy stash a buffet in there. I think it was a Fisher Price Little People or My Family. And so I went ahead and I sanded it, and then I just spray painted it white, and then blacked. I added some black flat back pearls to the top of the lace. I added some fabric so it looked like towels, and then this is just folded up beads I added. And I really had a lot of fun with the jars. Some of these are Tim Holtz jars, some of them are not. This, I just have little tiny beads, all different colors. These little things are from old Monopoly sets, and they just fit so well into the theme. I went ahead and glued them on. And this has some German glass glitter. And then in the back, I used my husband's a fishing type of lure. It's not a lure, but it's a fishing product. And I just stuffed it down in little worms that I stuffed down into the bottle. And then this little bottle has little stamens in it. And this is just golden. This is actually from the Dollar Tree that came up. This is nail glitter. So that was kind of fun. And then in the back bottle, I added some, it's kind of like a puffy glitter. And so that's what I put back there. Next to it, I put a clock. And that was a lot of fun. And then I added a bird cage dangling from the roof. And around the opening, I actually put some gathered ribbon. It was a box pleat, a very open box pleat. I used I Am Rose's flowers in several places. And this little mask I got as a from Joann's in the Christmas tree ornament section. And then I just put some pink stickles around the eyes, made it kind of pop out. And then I fussy cutted the lady and I added a Tim Holtz key to her back. But I went ahead and used glossy accents and kind of popped her off the page. And so that was a lot of fun. And then just in the corners, I actually have I Am Rose's flowers in kind of to match the paper line. And that is my old Curiosity Shop entry. I really had a lot of fun, and this is going to be a wall hanging for my office. And I really had a lot of fun creating that. And the next thing I created using, again, the Graphic 45 paper line, a lady's diary. And this little cigar box I actually made for my friend because we were in a swap, and in two of the swaps my friend did not receive her cigar box from her partner. So I'm kind of making this as a surprise, but I won't tell her I've posted the video, so I'll tell her kind of hold off. But I glossy accented the lady, which this is one of her very favorite paper lines. So I did this just special for her. I used a Tim Holtz knob to open the box. This is a Wild Orchid Crafts spray, beaded spray. And then the flowers are from Wild Orchid Crafts. And then I used the Tim Holtz Distress Ink on them. And these are I Am Rose's, I believe. But I added some brown ribbon and ivory to the back of several of the flowers. I used a black Viennese lace, and on top of that I used a gold one. Really pretty ribbon. And then on the feet, I used Tim Holtz feet, and I used the black Viennese lace all the way around the box. And just kind of a basic box, but yet it's very pretty. And then on the opening, what I made for the inside of the box, I put an envelope, which I'm going to put a message in there, but it's a Tim Holtz die, and it just opens up, and I'm going to put a little message in there for her. And then we can just tie it right back up. And this is a yarn that I made a scarf out of, and it fit the paper line color-wise really well. And then on the inside of the box, I placed a couple of little mini albums, which I'll show you in a minute. But the bottom on the box, I used the paper, used a black trim around the bottom, and then I lined it with ivory lace that I got from one of the swaps I was in. And the swaps that we were into were in the Little Scrap of Heaven. But I made 2 little books for her. One I left kind of plain so she could kind of add her own mats and frames. But this is the first book, and I made a little pocket out of the label. And I then put a little book that she can put photos, journaling in. And she put a picture back there. And here is some part from the paper line. It says journaling spots for remember, memories, and thoughts. So I put that in the pocket. And this is for a large photo if she wants. And then this flips up, and she can place a photo mat right in here. And this is a gatefold, and this is held together by a magnet. So she has a spot for photo and journaling on both sides. And then it flips down, and she can put a photo right here, a larger photo. She could put a photo up here. And then here's some pocket with some tags in there for her. And this is a really fun and fast mini album that I made for her. And this is another one, same line. I made it just a little bit bigger. This time I actually closed it with, I made this flower. And this is a button from Stampin' Up. I added some really pretty feathers I got from Ben Franklin. No, I'm sorry. Yes, it was Ben Franklin. And then a spray I got from the bridal section of Michael's. And this is antique ribbon that I got from a lampshade that I made, or actually took apart years ago, and loved it. Here's a spot for her to put a photo or some kind of a mat. But when you open it up, it has a pocket, and I have several tags and photo mats for her to add photos or journaling. And the next page is also a pocket. But on this one, I added an extra pocket, and this is a larger place for a photo and journaling. And then you turn that over, and then the back side is for a larger photo. And then this is the back side to the top. And it's got, in this one, I have placed 2 larger mats, photo mats. And all this matches the paper line. And this is the second one. And then this also opens up, held together by a magnet, and place for a photo and journaling. And then this flips down, just like the last one. And then I put a pocket on this back page, put a little book for her to put photos and journaling. And I used the Martha Stewart punch for the pockets. And that concludes my projects for the design team call. And I would really think it would be an honor to work with her, and looking forward to it. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by and watching, and have fun crafting. Thank you. Bye-bye.